I love being a carer for shared lives, and I love Molly living with us and having this house here and joining our family and watching her thrive.
Yeah, since moving in, I've been abroad. I've made my own bike and got a job and learning to drive. We've gone to London and been to the Natural History Museum, and like I've had so many more opportunities that have like allowed me to like grow and become more independent. And I think that it's really important to me that other people get the same opportunities that I did if they're in the situation where they're, you know, autistic or they need extra support. I think that it's really beneficial to them, like it's been to me, that they have that option to choose whether they can, you know, what they do with their lives, and how they choose to live it. I wanted to be more independent, and having a change of environment would allow me to make more choices and be encouraged to try new things.
Tell us what kind of things that you can do now that you've done in the last 3 months since you've been here.
Yeah, I went on the plane and went through the airports. We went to Madeira as the big holiday, and we went on the catamaran and saw 2 whales, and I went in the sea and swam in the sea, and I learnt to swim, and we went to the fish market and then ate on the terrace place, on the terrace, and learnt how to ask for pastries in Portuguese. I built a bike, built my own bike. So I painted it and like sanded it back, the frame, and then like to like just the metal, and then we'd like repainted it, and then like put the lacquer on it, and then we put stickers on it, and we built the wheels and like added the spokes and stuff, and added like all like orange bits, and been doing more artwork. Started back up at archery, doing archery again in the garden, which has been really nice. Got back into it.
Yeah. How did May help you?
By encouraging me and supporting me and telling me that I can do it, and that like it's all fine, and like believing that like it is gonna be fine, and like reminding me of stuff to do that makes me feel calmer or better, and like laughing. Laughing's a big one.
We laugh.
I'm Mollie's coordinator, and I support and monitor the placement. It's a dual role, so I support May as the carer and also Mollie as the individual. I have seen Mollie grow in confidence over the last couple of months since she's been with May. She has secured a job full time. She's had lots of opportunities through the art networks that May has, one of which was going to London. She's been to the museum in London, which was a massive step for Mollie in terms of her anxiety. She's very recently passed her driving test, and generally she's just taking control of her life and thriving. I support Mollie and May through different formats. So sometimes that's over the telephone, sometimes that's via email, and then several times a year I go out and visit them face to face, offer sort of support. It depends on the support that's needed at the time, but the fixed visits tend to be sort of a review of Mollie's care and support, any aims that she's working towards, and we sort of document that in a plan. And then May has sort of an annual, what we call appraisal, that just allows her the opportunity to reflect on how the last year has been for her, and sort of a health and safety check as well. All visits are in line with CQC, so there are expectations that we have to meet. And then there's also visits where we just generally check in, see how people are, maybe go for a walk with Mollie, go for a coffee. And we're really sort of clear that we have time with May independently and Mollie independently as well as jointly. I think Shared Lives is absolutely fantastic. It offers people a family setting. And it allows people to really integrate into the community in a person-centered way. There is much more opportunities, I think, when you're in that sort of environment. And I just think it's fantastic.